Welcome to the Encouraging Word, place for thoughtful conversation, reflective faith, and encouragement for the journey. I'm Pastor Eric. Wherever you're listening from, I'm glad you're here.
Good morning, beautiful people. This is Pastor Eric, Associate Pastor at Lyndhurst Baptist Church on the west side of Indianapolis, and Indiana State Chaplain for Broken Chains JC. This is your encouraging word for today. We are continuing in our Atonement Theory series, and this week we are looking at the Governmental Theory, which helps us understand how God's justice preserves the moral order of the world and protects what is good. Today's devotion is entitled Mercy Within Moral Governance. Our scripture for today comes from James chapter 2, verse 13. Mercy triumphs over judgment. When people think about justice and mercy, they often imagine a conflict. If justice is firm, then mercy must be weak. If mercy is generous, then justice must be compromised. But Scripture refuses to set them against each other. James tells us that mercy triumphs over judgment, not because judgment is meaningless, but because mercy fulfills the deeper purpose of God's governance. Governmental theory helps us see that God does not rule the world by abandoning moral order, nor by enforcing it without compassion. God governs in such a way that justice remains meaningful while mercy opens the door to restoration. Justice maintains order. Mercy heals what order alone cannot repair. Both belong to wise rule. The church patriarchs often spoke of divine mercy as the expression of God's goodness operating within his righteous governance of creation. John Chrysostom wrote in the Homilies on the Statutes, Homily 3, that God does not punish to destroy, but to correct, not to avenge, but to heal. Chrysostom's words helps us see that divine governance is not merely retributive. Even judgment serves restoration. The aim of God's rule is not the collapse of the sinner, but the recovery of what has been disordered. Justice preserves reality. Mercy restores persons. This balance shapes the entirety of redemption. Miroslav Volf writes, God's wrath is not the opposite of God's love. It is the form God's love takes in a world of injustice. Volf reminds us that divine governance is motivated by love at every point. God opposes what destroys because he loves what he has made. Mercy does not deny this opposition. It provides a way through it. This matters because many people feel that justice leaves no room for hope, or assume that mercy means consequences do not matter. But the cross reveals something deeper. God upholds the moral order of the world and provides mercy within that order. Justice is not dismissed. Mercy is not accidental. Both are woven into God's wise governance. So if you have ever wondered whether mercy weakens justice, if you have feared that judgment leaves no space for restoration, or if you have struggled to understand how God can be both righteous and compassionate, hear this encouraging word for today. God governs the world with justice that preserves what is good, and mercy that restores what is broken. And the cross is where those two realities meet in perfect wisdom. Receive this blessing. May you trust the wisdom of God's righteous life. May you rest in the mercy that restores without denying truth. May you live in the hope that divine justice will always make room for healing. Grace and peace to you, beautiful people.
Thanks for sharing this time with me. I hope these words have given you space to breathe and something steady to carry with you into the rest of your day. Until next time, grace and peace.